all season I've been saying I can't take Carolina. I can't take Carolina. Last week I said, you know what? I like the points. I'm taking Carolina. And they didn't score a single point.
Welcome to Better Win Green, eh? To Better Win Green, eh? To Better Win Green, eh?
Welcome to another episode of Intentional Lounging. Guys, we have a tie right now for the weekly pick'ems between Noah Mercy and M5 Squirrels with 1 week left. Holy cow. We're not sending out two shirts, so may the best man win. Awards show's out now, so you guys can see the best moments from the previous year. Fantastic episode. Very short watch. Only like 20 minutes to see the whole, all the best episodes from a year. Absolutely watch if you haven't seen it yet. Also, shout out to Sharps, our friends over there. Sharps is a sports betting social media platform. If you use code BETT269, that's bet269, you guys will get logged right on in, and you can see our plays where we're throwing our money down. I know we put one out, Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl future at plus 800 back in the day from Mr. Ethan up there. Sharps, they posted that out there. Gave us a little bit of props for that, so it's looking good right now. But Ravens are our first game that we're going to talk about too. Are you guys ready to get into it?
No, but yes.
I'll say one thing quick about the Pick'ems tie here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe there's a tiebreaker in that. Each week they ask for a tiebreaker.
Yes, there is.
Okay. So Noah Mercy and M5 Squirrels, be sure to pick the tiebreaker because, like Ben said, one shirt.
Yeah, you guys don't want to miss out on that. The first game, the Steelers are heading to Baltimore to face the Ravens. Ravens are 4-point home dogs. Over-under set at 35. But why are the Ravens, one of the best teams in the NFL, dogs? Well, guys, that's because this is the last week of the season, and teams are resting their starters. It's going to be a tricky slate this week. Ethan, we'll start with you.
This game's gross. Don't like anything about it. I hate that the sandwich games are gone now. Can't look ahead into next week. That really hurts my handicapping a lot. I'm going to take the points with Pittsburgh here. Way more to play for. Baltimore locked up the number 1 seed last week. Not playing anybody, not playing for anything. Don't think they care whatsoever. I believe, let me see. Oh, yeah. Steelers already did beat Baltimore this year. So you could say Baltimore has a little revenge, but obviously they have bigger fish to fry. Don't really care much about Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh's already shown they can beat them. Pittsburgh just keeps winning despite me talking shit about them all year long. I still don't think they're good. I can't believe they're 9-7. I'll take them plus the points. I'll take the under. Don't think there's a lot of scoring in this game. Not sure if I'm actually going to get to the window with anything.
Yeah, the biggest story is Brad Allen is officiating this game. Fuck that guy. So whatever the NFL script needs to be made, it's going to be made with this freaking bozo. So I think the script, honestly, and I'm rooting for the script. I think the script is to get the Buffalo Bills into the playoffs, which would mean Pittsburgh has to lose this game. So I'm going to go Baltimore on the spread here. Also, Baltimore, I know they already locked up the 1 overall seed. They're going to be benching most of their guys, but there's just something about knocking a divisional opponent out of the playoffs. So I think that's going to – the Baltimore second string and third string guys, I think that's going to be their motivation to knock a divisional opponent out. And also Brad Allen's officiating, so that means the Bills are into the playoffs. Congratulations, Buffalo. You made it. This game has already been called thanks to the clown show of NFL referees and Brad Allen. Fuck that guy.
Both of you, outstanding points, gentlemen. Outstanding points. I'm going to side with Ethan on this one. I think that the Steelers have more to play for. They've got 5 roads to the NFL playoffs, but does any of it matter if they don't win this game? So they have to win this. They have to cover the 4, which the Ravens getting for. The Steelers just have more to play for. I'm going to just completely put that number out of my head. That's how I'm going into this one.
Yep.
All right. Another huge divisional game right here. The Texans are going to Indianapolis to face the Colts. Colts are 1-point home dogs. Over-under set at 47.5. Wyatt, you get to go first. There's a lot of tough ones.
Yeah, and these two teams, I think was it last year or the year before where the Texans won and then lost the first overall pick. I think that was it last year?
Mhm.
Yeah. So these two teams, and I think like these two teams have gone to overtime multiple times the last couple of seasons, 20-20. These are already always back and forth games, but I think the biggest story is Houston here. And I guess I just woke up and all of a sudden Dan Campbell is no longer the coach of the year. It's now this Houston coach. I don't even know his name, but he is like minus 1,300 to win coach of the year. So there goes that bet, I guess. But I think Houston's a better team. I think CJ Stroud is going to really ball out in this game. So I'm going to take Houston, which makes them, if Jacksonville loses, they're going to win the, AFC South. Woo, yippee, worst conference in football. But second worst conference, NFC South. But yeah, I'm going to take Houston. I'll take them on the money line. It's -1. It's might as well take money line. I think you got to go the over, even though, these two teams always seem to end right in that 40-point range the last couple of seasons. But Indianapolis has been dead nuts over. Houston's starting to play really good offensively. Colts have no defense. I really like the over at 47 or 47.5, wherever it's at. But I think Houston takes it, which then makes them probably a wild card, last seed in the wild card. But a lot to happen, but I'll take Houston.
I like Indy a lot. I think Indy wins it. I'll take the point. I don't think it's a blowout. Kind of like the under as well, like 21-20. I could see Indy winning this game, but I'm kind of buying off of Houston right now. They were a fun story throughout the season. Now they've kind of been inefficient. I know Stroud's been out for a lot of games, but win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win are their last however games. I just listed 7-8 games. Just not a ton of consistency going on with Houston right now. I think Indy's better. I think their quarterback's more experienced, has more big game experience under his belt at the NFL level. Trust the coaching for Indy more than I do for Houston for a game like this with Steichen coming over from the Eagles. He was involved in bigger games last year. I know Ryans came from San Fran. He's had big games too, but I think Steichen had more say in the Eagles, at least offense, and probably all their play calling more than Ryans did. Yeah, I just like the Colts on every side of the ball here. I can see why Wyatt likes the over. I'm going to go under for a divisional, hard-fought, basically playoff game. But, yeah, I think Indy finds a way.
So I'll go over. And this is a fun stat I found. The Texans lead the league in sacks right now since week 14. And I know that's one of those stats that's like Wyatt's over 3.25 powdered donuts on a Wednesday type stats. I'm on the Colts too. It's just there's something that they teach you in wrestling about when you're on your hands and knees for the down position. They say you got to treat it like someone's got your head underwater and they're holding you down. You got to just fight like hell to get up, get your head out of that water. That's where Indianapolis finds themselves right now. You win, you're in. They're in that spot, and Houston's trying to take that from them. So you're home. You have this chance to punch your ticket. You either do it or you're like, season's over. So that's why I'm going with the Colts this game. This is going to be close, though. Guess what?
NFL just got beep, 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 got a memo, NFL script. Houston making the playoffs is in the script. So take that for what you will. Take it for what you will. Everyone wants Houston, including the NFL.
That's an equally fair point.
And I don't think you're wrong because I think a lot of people have gotten the script. 93% I'm seeing on Houston.
Also, I think we're going to talk about the end of the show with playoff standings and stuff, but we possibly could see the Bills playing Houston in the first round of the playoffs, and that would be a great matchup.
Yeah.
Bills by 30.
Yes, that's an error. Absolutely, dude.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. Script says 29.
Set that line right now, Vegas. Falcons are heading down to New Orleans to face the Saints. Saints are 3-point favorites. Over-under set at 42. Guys, looking at this, we could all get screwed here. Me and Wyatt have Bucks. Ethan has Falcons. What a great game for the Saints to win it, right? You see everybody nodding here. I have a fun fact here that I found. It just cracked my ass up, and I have been dying to tell you guys this since yesterday when I was looking this up. Atlanta has losses to these teams: Washington, Tennessee, Arizona, Carolina, and Chicago.
Ugh, God damn it.
Jesus.
All those teams combined have 22 wins on the season. So 23% of the wins for all those teams combined have been the Falcons.
I should have $2,000. Beat the fucking teams, man.
Give me the Saints, dude. I don't know about this one. The Falcons, sure, they could win it, but just I'm taking the Saints. I have got no clue. Ethan, take it, dude.
That makes me depressed, Ben.
I know. Isn't that so bad?
This team should have 11 wins. I should be sweating the the Jags and the Bills. I'm sweating the Falcons. That sucks. I wish I would beat Detroit. Give me the Falcons. +3. Not sure if they win outright. Hope they do. Under. Gritty, gross game. Go Falcons.
Under for sure.
If the Falcons win the division, I will buy a jersey. Not sure yet. Bijan, maybe.
Might as well buy an Algier jersey. He gets more touches anyways.
Yeah, no kidding.
Depression.
I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go the better team, which is just the Saints, and I don't think that's really a hot topic at all. So I'll just take them on the spread, and it doesn't really matter because the Bucs are winning this division. But yeah, this division's disgusting. I mean, hell, Tennessee might even be, or not Tennessee. The Panthers might even be playoff eligible if this is their fucking division. Like this is so bad. How is this? How have we not fixed? It's the year after year after year. It's the NFC South. It's always a problem. So
Yeah.
Fix it. I don't know, but yeah, I'll take the Saints.
Always got to be one. Always got to be one, man. Well, let's talk about the other side of that division. The Bucs are heading to Carolina to face the Panthers. Panthers are 4.5-point home dogs. I believe that is equal to 2.5 beers thrown on you. The over-under is set at 37.5. Ethan, are you taking the Panthers because your Falcons have to get in?
Panthers money line. +4.5. Seeing money coming on Tampa. It's gone from 6 to 4.5. Reverse line movement. Yeah, I feel like you always get the late spoiler. Wyatt mentioned it with the Texans. They didn't spoil the Colts, but yeah, just the bad team winning at the end of the year. I just feel like we see that more often than not. I don't know. The line movement's fishy. Also, the fact that I have a somewhat decent cash out offer on my parlay tells me someone thinks Falcons actually have a shot at this. So I'm going to roll with it. Wishful thinking. Don't bet these two games based on what I'm saying right now because there's a shit ton of bias into it. But yeah, Carolina money line. Like it. Under.
Yeah, you got to take Carolina on the spread, the 4.5, and I hate it. But everything Ethan said is just it proves that Carolina. It's a weird game, and it proves there's money coming in on Carolina. Need Tampa to win. I do think there's going to be an upset this weekend. I don't think there is going to be, but I need an upset to be this weekend. It's not in this game, so I'm going to save my upset for later. But I do like Carolina at the +4.5.
All season, I've been saying I can't take Carolina. I can't take Carolina. Last week, I said, you know what? I like the points. I'm taking Carolina. And they didn't score a single point. I'm not laughing. No, dude. I mean, I picked the Bucs to win, and then the Panthers did me like that last week. I have to take the Bucs. Like Ethan said, there might be a whole bunch of bias. I'm telling you right now, this is 1,000% bias. These two guys, the Panthers, give me the Bucs. If they win, they're in. The division's theirs to get a host a home playoff game. Kind of like I would say with the Colts, holding your head underwater. If you want it bad enough, you're going to fight for it. Give me the Bucs. I mean, maybe the Panthers get a late game penalty to sway this game by their owner throwing a hot dog or something. I don't know. We've seen a lot of weird flags this year, so that's my take on it.
I've been there with you, Ben, but the Patriots was my kryptonite.
Yeah, it happens.
I still almost covered the spread when they didn't even score a point.
Oh, yeah.
Hooked.
I forgot about that game.
Gross.
The Jets head to New England to face the Patriots. Patriots are 2-point home favorites. Over-under set at 30.5. I have no clue of this game. Literally, I have notes for just about every game. There are 2 that I don't have anything written down. This is one of them. I'm going to take the Patriots. They looked like they were able to hold their own against the Bills. And then Bill Belichick, possible last game in New England. That's my angle. That's why I'm taking New England. Both these teams are ass. I'll just say that right now. I feel like there shouldn't be a favor. This should just be money line. If you're gonna do this, do money line. Either side. Wyatt, what do you think, dude?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna take the under, and
Yes.
I got screwed by this a couple games ago. It was also New England, and they scored. Zappy decided to throw like 5 touchdown passes, but I can't see that happening. I'm gonna take the under 30.5 lowest. It's probably one of the lowest in NFL recent years. And I'm going to agree. I'm going to take the Patriots. I have no idea what Belichick's doing. I have a hard time seeing them staying, especially with just they have no one on their team's going to be good. Like there's this guy just needs one more year. They all suck. So yeah. I think he's going to be out of New England. Might as well end on a win. So I'll take that. And they're at home.
Right.
Hate it. Probably won't bet it. Might bet the under.
I shook my head yes when you said under. I think I like the over. I can just see it. I just see.
I'm telling you, the last time I took one, Zappy had like 4 touchdowns in the first half.
I mean, why do these guys care? The Patriots are putting up points recently. 21 against Buffalo, 26 against Denver, 17 against Kansas City, 21 against Pittsburgh. They're putting up points. Jets put up 20 on Cleveland's defense, 30 in a win against the Commanders. Yeah, give me the over. I don't think either team cares at all. And I'm going to lean with the Jets. No chance I bet it. But my initial thought, too, was the Bill Belichick angle.
Right.
I think a lot of people are going to think that. And the more I think about Belichick, I just don't think he actually gives a fuck. I mean, he never has shown that he cares about things like that, I don't think. Yeah, I don't know. And how nice for the Jets to just send him into retirement with a nice win. I'll lean the Jets. I don't love it by any means.
But is there
kind of like the over, though. Kind of like the over a lot.
Is there anything more Bill Belichick-y than beating the Jets in your final game at home?
Getting carried off the field to a 4-12 record or whatever they're going to end up.
5-12 if they win.
Yeah, I mean, I could see it going either way.
Me too. Me too, man.
If we didn't have a graphic, I probably wouldn't give out any side.
Yeah, that's so fair, man. The Browns head to face the Bengals. Bengals are 7-point home favorites. Over-unders at 37.5. Ethan, tricky game.
Tricky game. Browns. Who is it? Dorian Thompson-Robinson? Is he starting this week?
I don't know. I looked that up yesterday, and I couldn't find anything.
It's actually Steve McNair.
Steve McNair.
God rest his soul.
You know they need to bench Flacco so he's ready to go for the playoffs. Get rested.
Yeah. I think we'll see a big effort for whoever's playing for Cleveland. I bet it's going to be Thompson Robinson, but it could be anybody, I guess. I think Bengals are just kind of crushed. They had a shot late to make the playoffs, lost to Pittsburgh, lost to Kansas City, which has become a bit of a rivalry, even though Burrow wasn't involved. I think they're just probably crushed, ready to move on. This is not obviously how they expected their season to go, finishing dead last in this division. I think they're just done for the year. I think 7 is way too many to lay against a Browns defense that's probably going to be missing pieces, but they're still very good. I think we just got a bigger effort from some of the backups for Cleveland. Don't think Cincy gives a damn.
Yeah, so there's a couple of these games this week where lines don't make any sense, like that Ravens game, like this game. So instead of trying to figure out a betting side, I use my trusty little $50 on 2 games, and this was one of them. It was heads, which means it's the first team on my list, which is the away team, which is the Browns. Taking the Browns at the +7. And it's just because of my coin.
Okay.
There's one more game that we'll talk about, decided by the coin.
I like it.
I do too. Browns locked into that 5th seed, so that's not changing for them. I think they're going to rest a lot of guys. And divisional game, I think the Bengals are going to care about this one. I really do. I think the Browns, at this point, it's just get to next week healthy. They really don't care. Bengals, They went in thinking that they were going to be one of the best teams in the AFC, and they fell way short of that, which a couple AFC teams have, which we'll get to later. But I don't know. I think the Bengals go out there, and I think they really try to beat just out of I don't know, is it spite? Just say that two teams are getting in, potentially three teams from their division are getting in, except for them. So it's like these little victories. I think they're going to go out and play hard. So give me Bengals -7. They'll have all their starters playing.
If you're wrong, you're going to have to take it up with Mr. Eisenhower. So
man,
that's something I do not want to do.
No. I read a book with him once. Tough guy. Tough guy, dude.
All their starters minus Burrow, which is their team.
All their starters minus Burrow. Okay. They're lineup the last 5 weeks. Something like that.
Yeah. There you go.
You're so right, though. You're so right. Also, Chase played this week just because he's like a little bitch and wants to put it to the Chiefs, and they got like 31 receiving yards. I could see him not playing this game, though. I could see him being like, don't matter. So, Cincinnati Bengals are playing for those moral victories now. Jaguars head to Tennessee to face the Titans. Titans are 5.5-point home dogs. Over-under set at 39.5. Wyatt. Come on, man. Who's winning it?
Well, I need the Jags to win it. I think Tennessee covers the 5.5, though. It's never easy. It's not the Jags are one of the more infuriating teams in the NFL, and I don't know what's going on. They lost 4 of their last 5 games, 5 of their last 6 games, something stupid like that. T-Law has been injured. Tennessee's a tough team, and I know they're 5 wins on the year, whatever. They're a tough team. They've beaten some good guys, and they battle, and then they've also gotten blown out by some terrible teams. So I think Tennessee is going to battle really hard. They have a chance to play spoiler here, which I think is huge because Jacksonville was one of the more popular, I think, divisional winners out there because they were only like -175. And again, that division's ass. So I think Tennessee has a lot to play for. Obviously, Jacksonville does as well. But, I mean, Jacksonville had this secured, and they got lazy and sloppy and hurt, and I don't know. I don't believe in Jacksonville at all. I think they're going to get smoked in the playoffs. They're one of my teams that I actually, beginning of the year, thought they were going to be a Super Bowl contender. I thought T-Law was going to be MVP contender. Couldn't have been more wrong. This team might make the playoffs, but they're going to get smoked round 1. Wouldn't be surprised if they lose this game. Need them to win bad for the parlay, but I think Tennessee is going to cover the 5.5.
I like Jacksonville -5.5. Initially, I liked Tennessee, but seeing money coming in on Tennessee, this line's gone from 3.5 to 5.5. Part of me just thinks Jacksonville's gonna turn it on. They kind of did at the end of last year. Kind of a play against Tennessee too. I think that overtime loss to the Texans a few weeks ago just completely broke them. They were coming off that Monday night win against Miami where they scored all those points in the final 2 minutes and kind of just an emotional win. I think they thought they could keep it going. Basically did all game against Houston and then gave that one up late. I think it just broke their spirits, broke their season. And yeah, Jacksonville, I mean, you're basically buying low. Sure, they shut out the Panthers last week, 4 straight losses before that. I don't know. I just see Jacksonville turning it on. I agree, Wyatt. I thought they were Super Bowl contenders coming in. I don't anymore. But I think they could give people some trouble. Like, I think they could give Miami trouble in the playoffs if they match up with them. I'm not sleeping on them quite yet. So I'm going to take Jacksonville. I think they kind of blow out Tennessee.
Well, I think that the Titans really bring one team to mind that it's like uncanny, the similarities. And this is a team in the EFL. Guys, they're the Canton Goats. They're the Canton Goats at the end of the season. And like we all know, they're good for 8 games a year. Turns out it was only like 4 or 5 this season. But we're at the end. They got all of their disqualifications, the games with their bye weeks. They got all those out of the way. I'm taking the Jags, man. I'm taking the Jags. I'm a fan of the win and end teams, which I know, especially these divisional games, teams like playing spoiler. But we're looking at a team that we were talking about possible Super Bowl contenders going into the season, going against a downtrodden Titans team who's just they're ready for the season to be over. You guys can play spoiler all you want, and they're better. So I'm taking the Jags. The Vikings head to Detroit to face the Lions. Lions are 3-point favorites. Over-under set at 45. This is the other game I don't have anything written down for. I want to know what you guys think. Oh, you're both... I don't know who to go to. You're both looking down. Ethan, you want to go first, or you want Wyatt to go first?
I'll go. I don't know. I've lost so much money on the Lions games the last 2 weeks. It just makes me sick. Just too many player props and hasn't come through for me. Oh, I just don't know. Detroit. I'll take Detroit. Seeing some reverse line movement on this game as well, which I don't love. Detroit's basically locked into the 3 seed after the shenanigans that happened in Dallas. But I think some of the quotes I heard from Dan Campbell after that loss, I think he's going to have the team fired up to go get one more win, finish with a 12-win season. That's really unheard of in Detroit. I mean, we've had a couple 11-win seasons going back 10, 15 years, never 12. So I think that is kind of just a big game for them to just get to that 12 mark. And Minnesota, I think we broke them when we beat them 2 weeks ago. Green Bay manhandled them on Monday night or Sunday night. Yeah, I just don't think they care anymore. They're done. Also, I went against Detroit last year, final game of the season against Green Bay and Lambeau. I actually had a good amount of money on Green Bay. Just didn't think Detroit was going to get up the way they did after being eliminated from the playoffs earlier in the day. And obviously, we all know they absolutely got up for that game. So I don't think there's any quitting Detroit and Dan Campbell especially. So I think I'll have them ready.
Yeah, I had Minnesota written down, but I'm flipping to Detroit. I actually flipped from Dallas, even though it was our squad ride last week. I flipped from them to Detroit. I actually won every single Detroit bet in that Dallas game.
Damn.
It was beautiful. I had Detroit team total over Dallas team total under. I had the under in the game. Detroit at the plus, whatever they were. Everything went beautiful according to plan, except for our squad ride, which earlier in the week I had Dallas and losing the game from Brad Allen. Anyways, I think Detroit's a move here. They have nothing to play for. They really don't care. They can they go up? Can they even make it to the 2 seed? I guess if they might get ahead of Philly if Dallas loses.
Would have to lose.
Yeah.
Philly would have to lose.
Okay. So they're the 3 seed, which means they're playing the freaking Rams, and that sucks. Stafford coming to freaking Detroit. Anyways, I'm going to take Detroit. I think they're going to – I don't know. Campbell just doesn't seem like a guy that's going to let his guys quit or say this game doesn't matter. Every game matters for Detroit. Every game matters for Dan Campbell. So I think that's going to be the mentality going into this game. And Minnesota just got their ass kicked at home to Green Bay. Like, this team's not great. Give me Detroit at the -3.
So is Detroit playing their starters then? They're not resting guys?
I haven't
don't
heard
know.
anyone opt out yet. To my knowledge, everyone's going.
Okay. Well, then that's going to change mine. I'll take the Lions too then. I took the Vikings just because I thought the Lions were going to be sitting guys because I think that they are locked into that 3 seed. I don't know. Yeah, give me the Lions. Give me the Lions. Let's end on a high note.
I think it's important, too, to head into the postseason with a win for a team like Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially after their last game.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to lose
No.
one.
No. The Seahawks head to Arizona to face the Cardinals. Cardinals are 2.5-point home dogs. Over under set at 48. So I'm going with the Seahawks minus the 2.5. Seahawks have to win and the Packers have to lose. So this is one of those. They're sitting right there at I believe that's the 8th seed. Both games are at 3 p.m. So they're not going to know what happened in the other game. You're going to have to go in here. You're going to have to play to win. You're going against the Cardinals. You have to cover a field goal in a win and possibly in situation for the Seahawks. I'm going to take that team. I feel like the meme that we had of Wyatt. They can clinch tonight. That seems like a bet you got to take. So I'm taking the Seahawks. Wyatt, what do you think, man?
Yeah, it's definitely a trap line. The 2.5. I mean, come on, you can get Seahawks for under a field goal, but I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna take Seahawks as well. I think this line's a little skewed, maybe because of Arizona's win over Philly, But I mean, come on, Seattle needs to win against the Cardinals, and they're under a field goal. It's going to be super public, but I'm going to take them. I'm going to take them, and I don't like it, but probably won't have any money on it. But for the graphic, give me Seattle.
Yeah, I like Seattle quite a bit. I think the line's definitely skewed because of Arizona's win, probably also because of Seattle's loss to Pittsburgh. People also look back. Arizona just beat Pittsburgh like 4 weeks ago. So a little bit of if they beat them and they lost to them, why can't they beat them? I think this is probably 5.5 if Arizona doesn't beat Philly. The market still views Philly as some powerhouse that we all know they haven't been all season. I don't see a way Seattle doesn't win this game, and 2.5 is just too easy to lay for me. So it probably is a trap. We'll see how it all plays out. I'm seeing 50% money. So I would expect public to be all over Seattle. I'm happy that they aren't. I think Seattle's probably the side.
Totally agree. And I remember a comment from last week's episode. You saying Philadelphia is a bad team. They have 11 wins, LOL. And then that happened. First off, I want to say we are actually a fan. Thank you for commenting, and thank you for doing it before the game. There's nothing worse than people that come in afterwards and then clown on people. True. Thank you for being a man. And you know what? Hey, just appreciate you. Thank you for the comment.
You're on track for fan of the month.
You are, man. Moving on to the next game is the Bears heading to Green Bay to face the Packers. Packers are 3-point home favorites. Over-under set at 44. Guys, last year the Packers were in a win-and-in situation against a NFC North opponent. I think they get it done this year. I do think they get it done this year. Packers -3. I mean, Bears have been killing it lately. Ethan, you've been kind of saying that the Packers are going to sneak into the playoffs all year. You might be turning on me now, but I don't know. Give me the Packers. Jordan Love. Sure. I really don't know in this game. I really don't know. Ethan, what do you think, dude?
I don't know either, because I don't believe in either team.
Right.
The Bears always do this shit, man. They always look like a good team at the end of the year. And then
when they've already locked up a top 3 pick.
Yes. And they still aren't. I don't know. I want to go Bears because I don't believe in the Packers, but I also think this line is skewed towards the Bears because they've been doing so well lately. It's tough. In Green Bay.
They get knocked out twice by the Lions and Bears in back-to-back years.
And I think the Bears want this so bad, but
I know.
Packers. I don't know.
I don't either. I have no clue.
I'll say Packers. But I have no idea.
You know who's not playing for a playoff game?
Who?
The Chicago Bears.
Oh, yes, sir.
Minus 190, boys. Locked it in. Easiest bet of my life. Wish I put more on it.
Congrats on the free draft,
next season when Harbaugh's there, it might be a little bit different question. But
Wyatt's a Bears fan next year.
Yeah,
here first.
Probably. No, I'll fucking hate I'll hate Harbaugh.
You did go to a Chicago game this year.
I did. Did not work well for me. Sorry, Soldier Field. You should probably tear that down. I puked all over it. I'm going to take the Bears. First of all, I don't believe in Green Bay. Mm-hmm. Second of all, we saw Green Bay do this last year and fell short. And they also let Seattle in last year. So this could be a very similar boat where they lose, Seattle gets in. Chicago has more to play for. They're playing hot right now. This is their Super Bowl. I don't know. I think Chicago honestly probably wins it outright. I wouldn't be surprised if Chicago goes up really big early. Green Bay's clawing back the whole game and falls short. I like Chicago. I think Chicago wins on the money line.
He seems the most confident of any of the three of us.
I've also been doubting. I've been on the wrong side of Chicago the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it's been terrible. So maybe this is...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's gross.
Let's go to a fantastic matchup. The Rams head to San Francisco to face 49ers. 49ers are 4-point home favorites. Over set at 41. Boys, this is Carson Wentz versus Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I didn't know they did divisional preseason games.
Ethan, take it, dude.
I don't know. I mean, is this where Eisenhower speaks again?
No, Eisenhower speaks in the next game.
All right. Well, Ike, you got anything for me?
Give it to him, Wyatt.
Niners. I don't know why.
All right. Heads is Mr. Dwight is San Fran, of course. And their Liberty Bell is LA.
Okay.
It's Liberty Bell.
So it's LA.
So it's LA. And there you have it, boys. That's how you do it. That's how you do it on Better and Green. What?
Ethan up there?
What?
I'm fading the coin.
That's Dwight Eisenhower you're talking to.
Well, I was talking to the Liberty Bell, and the Liberty Bell has cracks in it. So I think this could be a crack in the bell.
Oh.
Darnold over Wentz. That's the only reason.
You sick son of a.
Darnold is like, I get Purdy is younger, but isn't Darnold just like Brock Purdy's child? Like, aren't they the same guy? I mean, he's gonna slot right in. It's just like, here's my team. I mean, I know they're not gonna have McCaffrey or any of those guys either, but I mean, it's just all the same. I feel like Mitchell can work almost as well as McCaffrey. I don't know. I see it not that different from the San Fran we're used to. And Wentz sucks.
Well, I respect my elders. I respect future past presidents. So I'm going to take the Rams. I have dignity, unlike someone who shits on liberty.
Oregon.
What?
Oregon shit on Liberty this weekend.
They did. I took Liberty plus 18.
I saw a meme about that once. Forgot what page it was on. Oh, wait, it was on our page. 49ers are locked into the 1 seed. Rams are playing for their seeding. I have the Rams underlined, and I'm going to take the 49ers.
Going against the bell.
Going against myself. Going against myself. I was like, I want the Rams. I just changed it. And one of the reasons I'm changing it is because that's going to play better into our OnlyHands. That's the only game I had to change. And now that I know that it's going to be Wentz and Darnold, I really like neither of these teams care. So the Rams, I feel like, are not as good of a team. So that probably means their role players aren't as good as the Niners role players. That's some like galaxy brain stuff right there. That's going to probably be on a meme compilation when the Rams win by 40.
Could you argue Wentz is playing for a job? Probably not.
In a single game, I'd say no.
Against backups.
Against backups. Him.
If he throws one pick, you know his confidence is going to be shot. 1 equals 4 with that guy.
I can't wait for like the offseason. We could see him with like one more piece of gear with a different team's logo on it. All right, the big game, guys. Cowboys head to Washington to face the Commanders. Commies are 13-point home favorites. Over/under set at 46. Wyatt, go on, sir.
And there's no reasoning. I just need Dallas to lose. It's so bad. So Commanders plus 13, sprinkle money line. Fuck Dallas. You're going to have to beep a couple of these out. But screw Dallas. I think we can say the F word on here.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
I'd say it like 15 times an episode, so try not to.
Yeah, I like Washington. Dallas wins outright, but I think Washington plays them tight. This is another game where, like last year with the Texans, Washington should want to lose this game. They shouldn't even put up a fight. I think they are. Dallas just hasn't looked that good lately. Lost to Miami, which I was pretty shocked with because I don't think Miami's good. Struggled against Detroit's defense, which hasn't been fantastic. The offense just isn't clicking. 13 is a lot of points to lay with an offense that is struggling, especially against defenses like Detroit and Miami, where you should be able to go back and forth up and down the field with those teams. So, yeah, I just think it's too many points to lay here. Dallas probably gets it done by 7-10. I need Dallas to win, so I guess there's a little bias, but no doubt in my mind that they do. Yeah, Washington plus the points, though.
I struggled so much with this game. I mean, I really did. Washington's 1-4 against the spread in their last 5. My favorite, well, it's not even a stat, but the favorite thing that I found is the website I was using has your insights, which is like the advantage that a team has over the other. Normally it's like 20-22 or 21-21. Like it's usually pretty even. The insights were 59-14 for Dallas to win.
It's not great.
Interesting.
But once again, it's one of those like Wyatt on a Wednesday type stats. Some of them, it's like medium passes to the left. Cowboys are like the third best or whatever. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. You're looking at it. The Cowboys they're still playing they got to win this game, but they freaking made it 13, dude. They freaking made it 13, and it's a divisional game. And what team always plays like the Eagles tough? And it's just super annoying. It's freaking Washington, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking Washington. But then if we looked at the last time these two teams played, like 5 weeks ago, Dallas beat them like 45-10.
Yeah, don't remind me. I was on Washington. Part of my atrocious Thanksgiving day.
I'm telling you, this game goes to overtime. Dallas somehow pulls it off. I'm so happy it goes OT, and then Dallas ruins my freaking life.
Brad Allen he can make the flight from Saturday in
good. That's
Baltimore.
why
that's true.
Yeah, that's why they have him on Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case an opportunity opens up.
Yep.
Fine, man. I'll take the commies and their 14 reasons why.
This game's going to be over 5-10. 28-0.
I know. And we all knew it, too. They're so much better. They're fighting for that second seed. Oh, well, man. Oh, well. You know who I don't want to be? I don't want to be whoever's the 4th seed in the NFC. It's like, congratulations, you get smacked by the Cowboys or Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
Saints, if you guys win, you guys deserve this loss. All right. The Chiefs are heading to
Tampa wins. I don't think they get smacked by Philly.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
If Tampa wins, I don't think they get smacked by Philly.
I do agree with that, actually. I do agree with that. I think
Philly's
Falcons
going
and
to
Saints
win,
do get
but
smacked.
I think Philly's not good. Let's just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're honest all year. We could talk about them. They're coming up.
Yeah.
Hey, if that guy's still watching that left a comment last week, get back in those comments, man. Let us know. Chiefs are heading to Los Angeles to face the Chargers. Chargers are 3.5-point favorites. Welcome to Week 18. Over-under sit at 35. Ethan, take it away, my man.
Oh, man.
You're the only one who got Chiefs right last week.
I am. I like the Chiefs again. I don't know. I think getting some backups in there might just give them a touch of a spark. Is it still Chad Henne?
No, he retired. It's Blaine Gabbert now.
Oh, interesting. I liked Henne. Not sure how much I like Blaine, but little bit of bias. Ben, you talked about on Twitter this week. I did give out the Chargers as a 5-win team this year. They lose this game, they are a 5-win team this year. I kind of hope it happens just to make myself look better because I roll like that. And I think Kansas City I think they would feel better going into the playoffs with a win in LA. So I'll take the Chiefs plus the points. Don't love it.
This was a Mr. Liberty and Eisenhower special, and it landed on Liberty, which means Chargers, and that's it. And I don't want to add any further statement.
Very, very wise. Very wise. Kansas City's locked into the 3rd seed. Reed's already announced he's sitting some of the starters. Historically, he sits almost all of his starters, but they've been kind of janky. So they're sitting their starters. Yeah. Take it, Wyatt. I was going to say they're sitting their starters. So that means at receiver they're starting MVS, Tony. I honestly don't know who they're starting at receiver if they're like sitting any of these dudes. Watson. Honestly, you can sit Rice. All these other dudes don't call any run plays. Everything is just literally, we're going to try to catch passes over these next 60 minutes. That's all we're focused on. We can lose 60-0. It doesn't matter. Give me the Chargers.
Gabbert might die.
He could die.
He might. They don't run the ball.
Yeah, let's move on to the next game. The Broncos are heading to Las Vegas to face the Raiders. Raiders are 3-point favorites. Over-under set at 38. Both of these teams were eliminated last week. Denver has the second best third down defense in the league this year. Vegas has the sixth worst third down offense. Raiders lost a heartbreaking one to Indianapolis. They lost by 3. Getting knocked to the playoffs kind of sank their ship. Broncos, I mean, you're getting 3. You're getting the better defense. Neither team has anything to play for. I took Broncos. I mean, this can go either way. I mean, the Raiders might have smoked too many cigars on Saturday, and so their lungs aren't working. What do you think?
I was just going to bring that up. 524 cigars smoked from the Raiders this year. Make it 525. They're going to win this game. Raiders -3.
Broncos. Thought they'd quit on their coach and front office last week after benching Wilson. They didn't. They showed up, which you don't really have to show up to play the Chargers, which is why the Chiefs are going to win. Yeah, neither team cares. Can we just not have this division play games this week? They both suck. But Broncos, I guess. I don't know why.
My reasoning exactly. Let's talk about the Eagles facing the Giants. Giants are 5-point home dogs. Over-under set at 42. I'll take this one first because I think I'm probably the only one taking the Eagles. They're fighting for that home field advantage. It's just my only reason. I mean, they're just fighting for that second seed. Got to cover the 5. Saquon, was on a back of a milk carton last week. Where the heck was that guy? I don't know, man. I'm taking the Eagles just because they're the better team. Probably the wrong side, but it's week 18, so screw it. Ethan, what do you think?
I like the Eagles too, honestly.
Shocked.
Think people are just going to look at the way the Giants played them on Christmas. Lost, obviously, but played a lot tighter. I think Tyrod Taylor's a step up from Jones and DeVito. I think Tyrod's probably the best quarterback in that room, but the Eagles suck, but I do think they'll be too much for the Giants in this one.
Yeah, I unfortunately going to round it out on Philly here.
Wow.
Simple. The Giants just should have beat the Rams. I don't know how they lost that game. That was crazy that they lost that. They're a better team now with Tyrod, in my opinion. And Philly's lost, 4 or 5 out of the last 6, 4 of the last 5, whatever it is. Yeah, I don't know. They're still a 5-point favorite on the road. I think Philly blows the doors off, honestly. You need to – Dallas is probably not going to lose, which means Philly is going to be that 5 seed. Which means they lose home field. But I think they need to get right for the playoffs. I mean, everyone's making fun of them. Everyone's talking crap about Sirianni, about Jalen Hurts, about everything. So I think they just need to get back to and I don't know what the roots are because they are nowhere near that same team they were last year, but they just need to get back to getting some confidence. And I think it's a great game to do it. Go into the playoffs off a win, a big win. And that's what I think Philly's going to do. Also, them and Dallas are playing at the same exact time, so they have no idea what's going on. Dallas, they'll probably get updates at, quarters and halftime and stuff like that, but they have a lot to play for, and I think it's a huge get-right spot. So I actually really like Philly, and I hate saying that because it's Philly, and they might cost me so much money, but I'm going to take Philly.
Why? You said people are making fun of Nick Sirianni. I don't know who those people are. Shame on you all. I've never said anything bad about that man. I thought so. So I was looking real quick. I thought we had this game week 18 last year, Eagles versus Giants, and it was something similar. I think it might have been plus 14, and Philly smacked them, dude. It's Philly at Giants. I guess it wasn't quite. It was December 11th, so it wasn't quite the end of the season, but they beat them 48-22.
You got to remember, too, Philly was good last year.
Coach of the year.
That's true. Hey, they're only covering 5 this time. All right, last game. Interesting game here. This is of huge playoff implications in the AFC. The Bills are heading to Miami to face Dolphins. Dolphins are 3-point home dogs. Over-under set at 49.5. We're going to go Wyatt Ben Ethan.
This could be, and it's a very, very slim chance, but this could be a $5,500 game. And I got to back my boys. And it's definitely not the frauds of Miami. It's got to be Buffalo. I'm going to take that with the -3. Huge game. I also saw Josh Allen's had 2 passing touchdowns every single game of his career against Miami. I also think he's 13-1 against Miami in his career. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what I saw on ESPN. So I think Buffalo – I mean, Miami just got murdered by Baltimore. That was hilarious. But I think Buffalo might do the same thing. And they already beat them, 48-20 earlier this year. I think it's probably going to be a little tighter than that, but I think Buffalo's going to win by 2 touchdowns.
All right. So it's hard to beat a team twice. They got smacked by Buffalo the first time. They got smacked by Baltimore. They're at home. It's one of those I've been saying this whole episode, they're holding your head underwater. You got to stay up if you want that 2 seed. No Xavier Howard. Buffalo could get knocked out of the playoffs if they don't win. Buffalo, man. We're taking Buffalo. I know that is that whole other side. We're not taking it. Buddy. We're going with the Buffalo side. Ethan, is it around? It's around. It's around a Buffalo, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you don't even have to ask.
I love Buffalo. First of all, what a great draw for Buffalo to get a road game in Miami in January. It's gonna be like comfortable conditions for them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little cold for Miami, but for Buffalo, it's like, ooh, this is nice. So I think that's a great draw. First of all, I think Buffalo's way better. I've kind of been toting Buffalo now for 5-6 weeks. Been shitting on Miami for 10. Don't think Miami's the real deal. Now Tyreek Hill's house is on fire. He's got other shit to worry about, and he's like the only guy that can really. I think on that team, he's the only game breaker, game changer, the guy that could win this game for him. He's got shit going on. They're still in the playoffs regardless. So, yeah, more to play for Buffalo. Also, it's just the weirdest feeling I've had, but it is so clear to me that Buffalo wins this division, goes on to the Super Bowl, loses to the Niners. I don't know why. That's just like the clearest vision I have in betting. Yeah, I don't know why, but I see it. I've kind of seen it since the beginning of December. I still believe it. I think they're going to roll here. I think they win the division. I think they go to the Super Bowl. I like Buffalo.
All right, guys. Last stat here. I just looked up weather in Miami. If I want to take a wild stab at what the weather is right now.
Probably like 50.
What?
62.
Close, boys. It's 69.
Yeah, baby.
How about that weather, boys? All right.
BETT 269 on Sharps.
Yes. BETT.
True.
BET 22. BETT 269. Squad ride. All I know is it's not going to be the damn Cowboys. They got us in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
Commanders money line.
It's not the Cowboys.
He's right.
I think we got to go Buff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. For the squad ride, that's scary, dude.
I mean, I'd rather do that than like a.
Do you want to listen to Eisenhower?
Or 30.
I'm like the Seahawks. Oh man.
I don't. The Seahawks line's fishy.
It is fishy, but damn, dude.
I think it's got to be Buffs, man.
Buffalo. I'm telling you, boys, they don't lose this division.
All right, hey, I'm gonna step back. Let me step back real quick. All right, Buffalo.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Our squad rides have been shit, by the way.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's a hot 46%.
I will take full heat if this one doesn't go through.
Who wants to start the big three while I try to come up with some bullshit? Try not to be 0-3 again this week.
You know what? I'll start because I don't want my picks taken. or you can take them. I don't care. Carolina plus 4.5. Eagles -5. And I'm going to do my first ever teaser on this year's NFL season.
Let's go.
I think this is a beautiful week for teasers, if you guys want to do teasers. But I'm going to take the Lions at +3. The Bills at +3.5 comes out to -120.
Okay. Oh, man. I should have written these down, but I didn't. I'm going to take the over Jets Patriots.
I did lock that in mid-show.
The over?
Yeah, I switched.
I like it. I like that a lot. I don't know why. I will be taking Buffalo for the squad ride. I'll join you. I'll take Philly minus the points. I think they get that done. And then I'm going to take – I like your Panthers play. I like the Falcons, but I feel safer laying it with Jacksonville, -5.5.
So that's one of mine. I got Jacksonville -5.5. I'll do Seattle -2.5. And then I want to stay away from the teaser this week. I'm going to take a week off. I feel like I need it. Ethan, like, I keep coming back to Colts. Colts +1.
They almost made mine.
So you too. It's just so scary, dude. I was going to do Bucks, but then Wyatt took Panthers, and I don't know. You guys both went 2-1. I don't want to step in front of that. I'll take them. I'll take Indy +1. That way we just get them in there one way or the other. Indy money line.
Okay.
All right. Hey, how about that, guys?
How about that? 18 weeks.
Season.
18 week. Man, we started, I think it was week 11 last year. We made it through the full 18 weeks. It was a grind at some points.
It was.
Getting to this point, especially these weeks. There's some bye weeks in there, so you get a little bit more time. Makes everything easier. We've been hitting these full 16 game slates for a while now. Yes. Why?
Also, I think, and maybe this is just because it's recent, and maybe I'm just not remembering last year's. I think this is like one of the most starting quarterback injuries we've seen in an NFL season in a long time.
Yeah.
And I know that's probably inaccurate, but it just feels like that right now because, I mean, half the league is Joe Flacco's the starting quarterback of a playoff team. Like,
right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that season's just a little crazy with starting quarterbacks going down, which then makes it extremely difficult to bet, handicap.
I did see a stat out there that it was one of like the heaviest quarterback injury years in a long time.
Yeah.
Long time, man.
I will say, though, I felt like this full year went quicker than last year. Last year's filming.
Yeah.
From week 11 on.
Yeah.
I don't know if maybe it's because it was new last year and
maybe.
I don't know.
We definitely
like
got it down to a science now.
Flew. Yeah.
It did.
This year flew by for me.
It really did, dude. And we might do it a little different. I'm kind of thinking next year starting like getting a Thursday show out, do it just the Thursday game, and then this. So intentional lounging. This is the last regular season week. It might look a little different this coming next year. Still the same guys, still the same content, still gonna be great. All right, now I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking, I love these guys. They're part of my weekly plan, weekly routine. How do I support these guys? Well, easy question to answer, guys. You can give us $5-10. That's a monthly subscription to Better Green over at bettergreen.com. You get all of our articles, and now you might be saying $5 to $10. You know, it's like a combo meal, but I want to give you something, just maybe not that much. Oh, that's all right. We have $1 subscription tiers too, guys. So you guys can just do the $1 tier. If you're cold, you maybe buy a hoodie while you're over there also. And maybe you guys, hey, times are tough right now. You know, I don't got $1 to spare. That's all right, man. Head over to Sharps, the app. Use code BETT, BETT269. That's 2 T's, BETT269. It's completely free, guys. Join the sports betting social media over there. See our plays. Talk to us. Send us some comments. You might be cold. We start sending out free merch to fans of the month, and I believe we're at number 4 now. Sent the DM out today trying to pick a winner. Hey, guy, respond to me, please. I would love to get you that free merch. Besides that, Ethan, anything you wanted to hit on before we get into the OnlyHands?
Yeah, guys, holidays have come and gone, but that does not mean you still can't buy a puppy. Yeah, new year, new you, new best friend, puppy. BainbridgeLabradoodles.com. Tell them the Better and Green guys sent you. You'll save 10% on a puppy today. Australian Labradoodles is the breed. Hypoallergenic, non-shedding, great family pet. BainbridgeLabradoodles.com. Tell them we sent you 10% off a puppy.
Perfect, man. God, Better and Green just keeps getting more stuff for you guys. It's crazy. Be on the lookout for a merch drop coming soon. We got some limited edition stuff coming out, and we got just completely brand new stuff coming out too as well. So keep an eyeball out for that. Ethan, forgot my watch. What time is it?
Time to throw some hands.
He needs some milk.
Nothing better than Wednesday night hand throwing when we film here. Tonight, we're doing it a little different. We're going to get into the playoffs. Enough of this preseason bullshit, week 18, where you want to look ahead to the playoffs. We're going to give out who makes the playoffs and what seed they're going to make for both the AFC and the NFC.
Perfect.
Ben, you want to start us off?
Sure. We'll do AFC, do a round of AFC, then a round of NFC.
Let's do it.
Okay. Awesome. And these are no like Wyatt Wednesday bets, guys. These are all completely down to a science. They might all be different, but it's still they're all accurate. Baltimore, 1 seed. No one got that. Hopefully nobody gets that one wrong.
What?
We'll throw Buffalo at 2. Kansas City at 3. Once again, hopefully that one's right. Let's go Jacksonville at 4. So Jacksonville in the wild card round will be playing Cleveland. That one should be locked in. Kansas City facing Miami in Kansas City. And Buffalo will be facing Indianapolis. Facing the Colts. Colts get the 7th seed. Ethan, let's go to you next.
Same exact thing.
Let's go. Let's go.
Everything. I'll save my breath. I have every single one of those.
Yeah, I got Michigan at number 1. I got Washington 2, Texas 3, Alabama 4, Michigan, Washington, national champion, Michigan, national champion. I had the same, except 7 seed, I have Houston instead of Indianapolis.
That's very fair. That is very fair.
Where's Pittsburgh, guys?
What?
I think in Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh's with Mason Rudolph's dent.
They're in the dent. That's what
they're in the dent.
All right, NFC. You're gonna go San Fran. You're gonna go Dallas. Oh, did you guys see the Raiders regular season highlights video? Did you guys click on the link in the story?
I don't think so.
I don't think I did.
This is a reason to follow us on social medias. If you clicked on the regular season highlights on the Raiders post, it's a link to a bass boosted diarrhea sounds on YouTube.
Jesus.
So everybody that clicked on it, man, it's kind of like that one article I did, Wyatt, where you clicked on it and it took you to the one YouTube video. Oh my God, you got to follow Better and Green. We have some great stuff. Detroit 3, Tampa Bay 4. We're throwing the Buccaneers in there. We've been on the Buccaneers preseason. We're sticking with Buccaneers. Buccaneers versus Philly. Detroit versus Green Bay. With the Rams losing, Green Bay winning, and Dallas facing the Rams. Rams at 7.
Okay.
So wait, okay, hang on here. Okay, I have San Fran, Dallas, Detroit. I'm going to take Atlanta. More biased than not.
I get you.
Philly.
Yep.
So Green Bay wins, they would need LA to lose. And that's where they jump.
Yes.
And LA is playing San Fran.
Because LA's not locked in yet. They're locked in the playoffs. They're not locked into a spot.
Then I got the same thing.
Green Bay.
I had LA, Green Bay written down, going back to my picks, I gave out Green Bay and San Fran, so that would make Green Bay the 6, LA the 7. Got the same thing.
Damn. Ethan, let's go.
I honestly, though, I would rather play the Rams, I think. I don't love either team, but I don't know. Green Bay.
But would that be Staff Daddy coming back home, dude, for a playoff game?
It wouldn't be
your guys'
great,
biggest
but-
fear. That would be crazy, dude.
Green Bay just kicked our ass so bad on Thanksgiving.
That was Thanksgiving. You guys, there was a waning crescent. You guys didn't have a chance.
Yeah,
True.
waiting, Chris. God damn it, I forgot about that. All right, I got San Fran. Unfortunately, Dallas is going to ruin the parlay. I got Dallas. Got Detroit at 3. I told you my parlay, it's not going to just come down to one leg. There's going to be 2 legs to lose. Saints are going to win out. Saints at 4.
Wow, all 3 different there.
Philly at 5. I'm going to go Rams beat the Niners to go to 6. And then I got Seattle at 7 with a Green Bay losing to Chicago.
Okay. I like that,
I
man.
hope that's how it goes.
Do we want to do a separate episode, maybe like breaking down what think's going to happen, like before the playoffs start?
Sure.
You guys let us know in the comments if you guys would be interested in it. We're probably going to release it anyways.
We
Anything?
can update every week too.
Yes, and we gotta.
It's easier and shorter.
We will release that in graphic form as well. Get with you guys after the show so we can make that, get that rolling. Did the hockey one last year. God, that was fun. Anything else before we get out of here?
Wyatt and I did the baseball one. All my teams were gone, and or did we all do the baseball one?
I think so.
Yeah,
we
My
did.
teams were gone immediately.
Yeah, mine
think I
are
got
pretty
all.
gone soon.
I can't even remember.
I just know I lost every wild card round, but that's okay.
I will say I most likely will not be here if we're going live on Monday
Okay.
because of Michigan. Go blue.
Okay.
Big
Hey, man.
game. Remember me in your prayers.
Good luck to you, man.
Go
Maybe
We're
blue.
gonna be puking over the toilet out of nerves.
Probably. Or shitting, either or. Maybe
Both.
puking shit at the same time, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should have waited like one more week to get that dog. You'd
Yeah.
be traumatized. Who is this psycho man?
Well, no, he's not here yet, so.
Oh,
comes
he's still up. Gotcha.
The 20th, yeah. So, yeah. He won't hear any screaming until the Lions lose in the playoffs. So, yeah.
And he is on TikTok now, right?
He is. Bubba the Brick.
Bubba the Brick.
Bubba the Brick.
Go
Yep.
follow Bubba.
He's going to be better than me.
Well, we were talking the other day. Our wives, I think they're like, what, undefeated so far in their sports betting careers. So congratulations. Shout out to them. They put in the hard work. Anything else, guys, before we get out?
See you in the postseason.
It's in the postseason. All right, guys. Absolutely. We'll see you guys next week. Go blue. And peace, guys.
See you guys.
Later, guys. See you guys.
You better start listening to the Better in Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome to Better Win Green, eh? To Better Win Green, eh? To Better Win Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top. Hey, shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome to our podcast. Better Win Green.